Will you ever be done? And will you be fun? But wait, it's not about the journey. It's about the destination. No, scratch that. Server. Because we do these things to get away from all of the muck and noise. So come with me now as I do the next round of seemingly mundane but actually fulfilling jobs that will culminate in me driving a Lotus Esprit, and it's going to be green, and you can just suck that up because that's happening. And so is putting sills on the car today. I do want to talk to you more about the sanctuary you're provided by a project, and I will, in a few. But who remembers last time there was no putting the sills on before sorting a custom fly-off handbrake setup because the captive nuts to hold the mount bracket need to be between the inner and outer sills? Science, specifically physics. I cut a skinny little 30-gram frame for captivating the nuts. And man, does my CNC machine keep my nuts captivated. Seriously, I don't remember how life was possible without it, but after finding the ideal position for the handbrake, the spacing of the captive nuts changed, so the job needs to be finished. And so, another opportunity to get better at TIG welding. Last time I was doing this, I used filler rod to add extra material to the weld, and somebody commented,
"You should be able to do that without filler rod."
Well, thank you, comments. You keep me keen, I keep me honest. And you should be in the comment section of your go-to creators, by the way. We always read them, and we always get energy from them, and traction with the algorithm, and like this, even concepts and learning. All while you give a little back and try and help make sure the creator can keep on creating. And if you're being neggy, that's okay too. It all helps. But do ask yourself, is this because of my stuff or their stuff? So, you can let me know why these welds don't meet the highest standard. They're good enough though, right? And I feel like I got a little bit more experience with the TIG. But that's largely down to the ease of the Artec machine. Oh no, that won't do. Oh, much better. That inspection cover won't go in perfectly because of a wayward fiberglass lip inside the shell. It's a different day's work. There are other holes to fill where the handbrake bracket used to be. And this isn't for structure, but to give the captive nut bracket a flat, consistent surface to bond to. It's warm here now in Ireland, so I've adjusted my mix ratio from 2% catalyst to resin to just 1%. It'll give me more working time before the resin begins to harden. There were many places where the sills needed repair, mostly damage inflicted when I essentially cut them off the car. There were a few places where the sharpened paint scraper I had used pierced into the wall of the sill rather than between it and the body shell, and multiple places where the bonding had ripped away part of the mat rather than yielding itself. The only issue that was present before I got my hands on them was the driver's sill had been trimmed down a little too much and didn't have enough lip left for some of the rivets. So I squeezed resin between any flappy parts, built up thin areas where mat had been ripped away, and got creative on a practical repair to give the rivets a little more grip. And I thought I was so clever not missing the trick here, sanding the edges of the body shell and sills before that job would become difficult when the two were put together. But I still missed a trick. You'll see. Okay, let's talk about the headspace in a project like this. Maybe life is good right now, and this is just the best car content you've ever seen. But we all know the pendulum has to swing in both directions. My car content will remain awesome, but if life's handing you a downward stroke, how are you going to keep the faith? Finding space to tune out the noise even for a short period of time is a big win. You know where I'm going with this. You might not be able to fix your situation right now, but you can fix something else. And 2 thoughts for you as you go. The first is, imperfection is perfect. You can look at your situation and your car and acknowledge that neither might be perfect, but that's okay. The second, you may look like shit, but there's always space to laugh. That was one hot minute. The difference between a normal boiler suit and these medical grade ones is the boiler is on the inside with these. I had to stay ahead of the resin going off, so working clean but quick was rough going. The bonding is just thickened resin, and I was able to spend a little time smoothing and wiping away excess before it started to harden. The trick I missed? I forgot to completely sand the flats of the sills before riveting them on. It's not a big deal, and in fact, the Esprit body was painted after the sills were fitted at the factory, so technically I've inadvertently done it as original. It'll mean a bit of extra prep around each rivet, but there's no harm done. That's all for this round of mental health work. It's a big deal though. Getting the sills on, I mean. The kind of achievement that brings the big spirit boost. I'm recharged enough now that I'm looking forward to the last rounds of sanding. There's a few more fiberglass repairs to do on the front spoiler, and I have to get the rear valance and bumper to fit properly. I'm eager for both. And getting the door posts modified and refitted so I can hang the doors. That's all to come. Thanks to patrons Les, Damien Morrissey, Jesper Anderson, Lynn Carter, Rodney Delaney, Trude Gentinar, Ian Robb, Jonathan Love and Stuart McIntosh, and to all my patrons. And to you for watching. Anything you do for your local friendly creator is a big deal, believe me. Links to Artec Welding and Extreme Plasma are in the description, as is my website for support options. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, hit subscribe, hit like, hit the comments, and hit that minty highway. Until next time, stay stuck in, and good luck.